Round 2, heat number 6 is on. Leonardo Fioravanti is now taking on Eli Hanneman for a chance to be into the round of 16. Two guys that'll be on their back end out here, and Eli already with one win leading into this matchup.
But the way that he was competing was a real breath of fresh air for Eli.
Leo ended up getting this wave right when the horn sounded, rode this wave during the break.
Yeah, Leo, he's one of those surfers this year who has just been so consistent at starting strong, and this is right on cue. Massive at second turn. This wave starts to hollow out through here, and I just picking and choosing where to push as hard as he is would be quite difficult out here, because if it was me, I'd just want to go bang, bang, bang. But Leo taking a little bit more time, adding some more exaggeration to the bottom turn.
Leo, 6-3-3 start. He's going to roll again under priority of Eli Hanneman. Slams on the brakes. Not barreled yet, but now he is. Completely gone. Multiple sections. Emerges out into the sunrise, and we'll throw down a little hammer. Late to the final section.
Then went on to final as well at the very next event. This wave, it was really impressive for Leo to just slow himself down, get a nice deep barrel. He was completely covered for a moment there. And then to shift his feet backwards, adjust really quickly, and then go for those two turns. It is a smaller wave, but thinking that he can do this on such a quick reactive wave, what can he do on one of those ones that is big and perfect and groomed? You'd be feeling scared if you're a competitor. So Eli Hanneman definitely has to bring his A game.
And we'll see Eli kick out.
Leo is looking confident. Already in this heat, we're 5 minutes in, and you can see they...
Go through all the list of injuries he's had to deal with, and we'll watch this though. We've got Eli Hanneman setting up a nice overhead section. Puts it right into the pocket, flows down with some speed, deep bottom turn, and a big backside hack. He wanted to put everything he had into that. He squared up.
Very bottom of the wave and completely draws to square up. If he had made that, that would have been textbook surfing here for Eli. Just unfortunately a little too far on the heels, so he had a weird exit, but that bottom turn there, that hand completely immersed in the water. He squares up towards the lip line.
I've known him for like a fair while now. We were doing the QE back in the day together down in Pantin, and they were good times, and now we're both on tour, and yeah, I don't know, he's just such a good lad, and he got me the last two as well, and we shared that kind of good sportsmanship moment as well, so stoked to return it.
That's awesome, mate. Let's talk about your year. You know, you've had highs, you've had lows. It's been frustrating at the start, but finding some good rhythm. And, you know, this is a wave that really plays to your strengths. We know that you've done a strikey here just a month ago and got some really good surf.
And you know what? There has to be so much respect there. They both understand that this job is hard and a lot goes into it, but they've been through it for a really long time together.
Grabbing the rail, getting shacked. Leonardo Fioravanti hustling his way through the pit. Now off the bottom, big jam, airdrop. Come out of that one. The entire wave just explodes on Fioravanti's back.
Take a look at this wave. Something I'm noticing about Leo is the starts of his wave slightly slower, but this one really picked up the pace. He got in the tube straight away. Then bottom turns into this under the lip hook, and then just gets absolutely annihilated by that oncoming end section. I felt like I was back at Margie's looking at these big walls coming towards you. I just think the way that he's placing in turns in the most critical part of the wave, his board completely disengaging with the wave face there. And he, yeah, like I mentioned, would have had a moment of, yes, this is going to be a good score. But look at that wall just coming back down on him. So Leo, he's going to keep putting it on the line, but hopefully that next one just isn't a freaking quadruple double up behind him.
Oh, look at the guillotine just right there exploding. Maybe next time. Watching this here, we've got Eli Hanneman rolling into some open water here. Whoa, that was quick. And tight in the pocket, under the lip really quick on the second turn. Now weaving, and oh no, gets crushed by the lip. It's hard to do that little dance where you're trying to like wipe off speed. Here we go, rolling in again is Eli. Finding a lip to hit, connects. Nice flow, just weightless off that drop. There's another little snap to slide. He will pull in, gets shacked, and then power hack on the way out. off the top of that lip line again. Let's watch it again from the start with Eli's wave.
So Eli, his backhand surfing, wave-based surfing, is way better than what I remember it being. You can see he's put a lot of time in. There's that dance we were talking about. Gets into the barrel, comes out, drives into 2 turns.
Hanneman connects, now slowing things down. L.Fioravanti getting a smoker there. Just bit off a little too much.
Quite hard to do. That section is coming back down at you quickly. We saw Leo unfortunately feel the power of it on a couple of waves prior. Now this barrel, Leo is stalling so hard. You can see here, this water angle from this moment, he is deep, he is completely covered by that wave, but he lets go. You could see that barrel was going to start reeling off down the line as it gets into that shish kebab section, so had to find an exit. You know you're a really liked person when you have your own tent set up at a surf comp, and he had that at the Pipe Challenger this year.
Here he goes now. Eli, quick connection off the lip. Driving hard. There's that quick change in his line. He could get anywhere he wants on his backhand. Big blast there, but he gets hung up. He's had a couple of huge turns on his backhand go incomplete against Leo here. Right when you look like he's getting the score to turn the heat. Tough fall there for Hanneman.
Yeah, really similar situation to what we saw from Giao Tianka in that last one. Found the wave, but didn't execute on that final maneuver. But he was looking so composed on this wave to actually feel more free when he doesn't have the P next to his name.
Let's see if he can do it again. His average would give him the score if he can produce right here, just needing a 5-4, and he slips off. Flowing over the roof of that section, he was just gathering a lot of momentum. And another fall. Leo is able to see Eli having to duck dive. He's like, you know what, I'm going to kick out and make sure I have priority. And this might just be a tough ending for Hanneman. Couple of big falls in this heat that could have really changed the outcome. Fioravanti can't help himself. He's like, I might as well just get a wave in with 40 seconds to go, and he's going to call it a heat. I think L.Fioravanti is well aware that he just survived a really close one. There's Coach Cal. He's going to shake that one off with Eli and make a game plan for lower trestles, the next stop on tour. And
morning, Cops. Morning, Flick. And morning, Leo. Congratulations, man. That was a really dangerous heat. The surf looks so fun and perfect from here, but it is tricky. Saw you take a couple of leakings, and your opponent was, throwing everything at you as well.
Oh, Eli is such an amazing surfer, and I knew that. I mean, in the end, my 11 points ended up being enough, but until the end, I knew that it wasn't in my head. And the waves are pumping, but it's tricky. It's like, it's running really fast, and on your backhand, it's hard to read it, and when to pump, when to slow down. I felt like I caught some decent waves, and just, one, I did a big turn at the end and got exploded to the tower. Another one, I doggy door and just got guillotined. I think we were both trying our best, and sometimes just have to take a couple of those, some of those grinding heats and move on.
That's it, man. There's definitely a different atmosphere around your surfing, a different attitude this year. Like, it reminds me a little bit of Yago last year. Like, as you start to build into the year and you tick a bunch of your goals off, the confidence starts to grow, and there's just, I don't know, there's a new feeling in your surf, and are you feeling that way as well?
The confidence definitely starts to grow, but at the same time, I'm happy with the way that I've been approaching these last 2 events after some of the best success I've had in my career. I feel like I've come into Tahiti and here with the same mindset. Tahiti, I almost a lot of times forgot that I even had the yellow jersey. I was just very tried to stay humble and committed to preparing the best way possible, aware that every competitor is so good out there, and never got ahead of myself. And Tahiti didn't go to plan, but I still had a good heat. Ramsey had an amazing event, and then this one, I love Fiji. The first time I competed here was 2017, and it was my first year on tour, and up until this event I hadn't made a heat. So it was one of those years that I was struggling, and got here and just had a great vibe with the place, great energy, Tavarua, Cloudbreak. Ended up beating John and a couple of the really good surfers and made it to the quarters. So I'm really happy to be back here. It's a special place. and can't wait to see what, I think I compete tomorrow, so can't wait to see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, mate, well, we're looking forward to seeing yourself tomorrow as well, but also you're staying on Tabby with your wife and really enjoying all the blessings of that place.
Yeah, obviously Tavi is a dream come true to stay there, and I've always wanted to bring my wife, and this year felt like the right time to do it. So I'm so grateful that she's able to experience paradise on earth, literally one of the coolest places in the world. And there's activities for everyone, tennis, gym, surfing, but I'm also, having a great time, but realizing that I'm here to compete and to work.
That's awesome, man. Well, job done in your first heat, and we look forward to seeing the next one.
Thank you, grazie a tutti, si va avanti, dai.
Bravo.